It's time to take a look at our tail end of the tape for this fight, brought to you by Bud Light, the beer you can always count on. Jacob Hauck has the advantage in age. He has a 1-inch advantage in height. The weight goes to Kyle Frost. The reach goes back to Jacob Hauck. Will it be Army? Will it be Navy? We're about to find out as we go back inside the cage with Britt Talbert.
Ladies and gentlemen, our first pro bout tonight is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds in the Front Street Fights welterweight division and is brought to you by Jack Daniels. Live freely, drink responsibly. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner to my left, with a record of 3 wins against 2 defeats, standing in at 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 168.7 pounds. Fighting out of Billings, Montana, representing Grindhouse MMA and cornered by Team No Excuse. Please welcome Jacob the Phoenix Hauck. His opponent fighting out of the red corner to my right, with a record of 1 win against 0 defeats, standing in at 5 feet 6 inches tall, weighing in at 170.5 pounds. Fighting out of Boise, Idaho, representing SBG Idaho, please welcome Kyle Frost. Our referee, when the action begins, is Tom Supnet.
Kyle Frost, a perfect 1-0 in his pro career, but also has not lost a fight as he went 4-0 in his amateur career. Who's going to pull out the victory? We are underway. Expect action fast and furious right off the bat as Kyle Frost grabs that single leg takedown.
Nice single, he ran the pipe. He was able to take him down, and he's got really good position being in side control. But we'll see if Jacob's able to use the cage.
Good movement there by Jacob on the ground, really making Kyle work for whatever hold he was trying to get. And of course, if you notice the difference in time, now we jump for the rest of the night. All rounds are 5 minutes. The next 3 fights, 3 rounds. Of course, our main event will be 5 rounds.
Of course, some people might not know this, but digging your toes into the cage is actually illegal. So, Tom Supnet has warned people in the past, because that can be an advantage, and that's just one of the things about fighting in the cage that's different. But this is really good right now for Frost on top, especially in the grappling part, because they're both sticky. They're not real sweaty, and so it's a lot better in the earlier round, in the earlier minutes. He's trying to work a mount, which he got. Oh.
Hauck doing a good job using his strength from the back, which is not easy at all. But now has him going for the triangle.
Mounted triangle, yeah, absolutely. So he was able to sniff that out right away. And he let it go. That was wise. Hauck is really strong. You can tell, he's kind of escaping these positions with unorthodox because he's just got brute strength and he's able to get out of it.
Frost doing a really good job, just slow and steady, really making Hauck push for it, and he does right there. About to escape out the back. Can he get out of that, or will Frost throw in a rear naked choke? Will he throw in an arm bar?
So when you're the person on top, which is Frost, to not go over the dashboard, you want to have underhooks, at least one underhook, meaning your arms. So, and which he had, which is why he didn't get dumped over the top when Hauck did that type of escape, which is to stand up and try to shake him off. So that's really good of Frost to be able to know that. And it looks like we have a choke coming on here.
Frost trying to sneak in, go for a rear naked choke. He might have it. He taps. Kyle Frost remains perfect. Navy comes out on top in short notice. Just about halfway through round number 1. Kyle Frost locks in that rear naked choke over Jacob Hauck. He remains perfect on his entire career, now 2-0 as a pro.
Great job. And like I said, the earlier round, the first round, it really favors the grappler because they're both sticky. They haven't built up a sweat yet. And, it creates a better environment for control.
As we go to the project, Filter replay brought to you by Project Filter. You decide when. We'll show you how. Visit projectfilter.org. It was the opening takedown, the single leg takedown there by Frost right there. And really, you know, a lot of great movement by Hauck throughout the round, but really once Frost took him to the ground there, it was kind of, as we mentioned, slow and steady, did his thing throughout and able to eventually, you know, Hauck gives up the back, Frost able to lock in the rear naked choke.
Yeah, it was really good, and you know what, that was a funny game plan because he's known for the fastest knockout here, Frost is, you know, in front street fights, and he went out with a straight up single leg.
If you saw that, Kyle Frost jumps on the top of the cage, comes down and kind of loses his footing right in front of matchmaker Todd Carlson, who I don't know if you saw it or heard it, told him not to hurt himself. Please, because we don't want to see that. Well, we know who the winner is. Let's make this one official. We're going to go back inside the cage with Britt Talbert.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have our winner. At 2:29 of round number 1, we have a tap out by way of rear naked choke for your winner, fighting out of the red corner, Kyle Frost. Our ring girls here have a swag bag from our friends at bodybuilding.com. We give that to Kyle and have a quick couple of words with him. You've fought on this card quite a bit, Kyle. Your second time as a pro. Always hard, right, when you fight a guy coming in from out of town?
Yeah, especially on 7 days notice, man. I wasn't expecting to fight tonight. I was going to show up, but 7 days notice, I've been in the gym, so I took it.
What's next? I know 7 days notice, you took it. Have you thought beyond tonight at all now that you've got this second pro win under your belt?
I haven't. I'm actually studying to be a nurse at Boise State. It's keeping me busy, but I'll be looking for summertime for sure.
Very good. Now, you don't get here without, obviously, a lot of support, Kyle. Even on 7 days notice, who do you want to thank here tonight?
Oh, God, my team, my wife, Casey, my kids. My dad's up in Alaska watching. I love you. Stepdad, Brian. Stepmom's here. Mom, I love you. I love them all. Love Boise, too.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Kyle Frost.